what's up? This is On the Scene with Carissa Does, and we are here at Late Lyrics at Kelly's Olympian, put on by Shrista, and I'm here with my very special guest, one of the headliners.
I'm G-Lo.
G-Lo.
Professionally known as Angelo.
Angelo?
It's backwards.
Oh, okay. Is that your real name?
It's my real name, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, lately I've been seeing more people using their last name as their artist name.
Really?
I've been seeing that more often.
That's crazy.
I can't stand it when like somebody used a weird name and then they use a different weird name on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
It's like just you want people to remember you, and
you can't have two weird names. You got to stick with one.
Yeah, one weird name. That's it.
Yes.
Are you from Portland originally?
I am from Portland originally. Yeah, I've been out here pretty much my whole life. You know, been doing music out here for probably since I was maybe 14, 15, you know, and then started taking it serious once I got out of high school and started meeting people like Shrista. Mm-hmm. Great person to know.
How did you meet her?
Maneuvering around through the city, setting up, doing house shows, and meeting people and networking, you know, putting my foot in, and then I met her, and then actually I think I was one of the first people under 21 that she booked way back in the day. I think she said that on Instagram like a couple of days ago or something. I don't remember, but yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't ran into you before.
Me too. How long have you guys been doing this on the scene?
I've been doing it for a year, but then I also was doing another show before that for a year, but it was less mobile, my other show.
Word.
Like we just stayed in the the same studio, and we did 2 events, but my co-host wasn't really into it. So, and now that's kind of all I do. Like we do some at studios, but I like traveling. I like going to shows. I like being a part of shows. And I've always wanted to throw them, and I have done house shows, but as for a big event, it's a lot of work. So I still feel like I'm part of it.
This is sick. You guys are on top of it. This is tight.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm glad to be here too. You know, so I'm here.
Yeah. Shrista wanted me to ask you a weird question.
Let's get into it.
First of all, I want to say I like your glasses.
Oh.
Can I wear those?
Yeah, you can wear them. I got them from this naughty vending machine over here. They got
the one with the porn mags?
They got porn mags. They got mystery bags. Probably like sock puppets, honestly. I don't know.
Have you gotten one of the mystery bags before?
No, I haven't actually. I'm honestly, after this, I might just see like what's in there.
Yeah,
who knows?
I did a long time ago, and it was like little nude little cards and weird. Yeah.
That's sick.
Nothing super
I didn't even know
valuable,
that's new. They haven't had that in here.
Yeah, they've had it. You missed it. Yeah, it's been here for at least a couple years. Yeah.
I'm out the game because I haven't seen that in a minute. They look good on you though. That's good.
Oh, thank you.
They match. I can't wear them because I'm clashing. If I have checkered and stripes.
That's called the power clash, my friend.
Yeah, my friends outside told me to take them off because I don't know. They're too into fashion, I guess. I can't.
Yeah, my camera person told me to take them off, but
really? Nah.
She's like, take them off.
Keep them on.
I might take them off at some point, but anyway, do you like, have you heard about all the alien stuff coming out with like UFOs and stuff?
Yeah, I have. Are you asking me my thoughts on it?
Well, not yet, but yeah.
God,
What are your thoughts on it?
I don't know.
You think they're real?
No, I mean, do I think aliens are real? Of course, they have to be. We're like a tiny little speck on the whole whatever it is, but
sure.
I think if the government is gonna release that footage to the public, I mean, in somebody's right mind, they'd be like, oh my God, everything's ending, it's all crazy. But they're just, in my opinion, they're just doing that to
like normalize
just
things.
Normalize. Oh, for sure, right here.
Yeah.
Normalize and distract you from whatever the hell else is going on. Yeah. And that's not even a conspiracy theorist. That's just like what it is. I mean, come on, dude.
It's in the news.
Come on, dude. The
news.
Talk about aliens.
The
like
little
what?
alien that supposedly they found in Mexico, or like the Mexican government.
Oh,
put
the
out.
autopsy thing that they're doing.
Well,
the coffin.
Not
the coffin, right?
No. Like just like the mummified alien.
That's what I meant. In the
that?
coffin. Yeah.
Because
ridiculous.
Seeing like little memes and reels that like it was like a cake. Like,
I was just gonna say that it was a cake and they cut the side of the head. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, I've always, obviously there's aliens, whatever, but
I don't know if they look like that, though.
No, of course not. That was like E.T.
Giants.
They literally watched E.T. and copied. They replicated everything. Drew Barrymore probably was like, yes.
Yeah, I approve.
Perfect. Yeah, for sure.
What kind of music do you think aliens listen to?
probably like heavy metal.
Heavy metal. Okay.
Think about it. Like if you're an alien and you're coming to a different Earth, I mean, you're not gonna listen to maybe like something really soft spoken. Heavy metal though.
You don't think like EDM? Like that's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like something without words.
I guess, yeah. Heavy metal though, you can't understand what they're saying anyway. It's just,
that's true.
It's just sound waves
I can see them
anyway.
like rocking out in their UFO.
Yeah.
Like,
EDM though for sure. Actually, I'm surprised I didn't think of that. EDM for sure.
I mean, they probably listen to all types of music, but they probably listen to more evolved music as well. What do you
Their
think?
music 10 years ahead of whatever we have going on.
At least 10 years.
Yeah, for
their
sure.
technology is.
They got genres that we won't even.
So what do you think music in like 50 years is gonna sound like? Like that'd probably be like what aliens listen to, something like 50.
Probably
years
like
in the future.
straight like static,
Static.
and then like our brains will be so like
Evolved
that we'll be like, this is fire.
Yes.
You know, like that's.
Right,
maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
They're coming out with new genres every day. Shit sounds insane right now, so who knows?
If you could show aliens from another planet, or maybe they're whatever, aliens, what type of music would you show them to listen to? Yeah.
Oh, man. Not heavy metal. I wouldn't do that.
You're not a huge fan?
I would maybe show them, like, the Blackout album by Method Man and Redman.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah.
That album is so sick, and I think it came out in a great time to show aliens like this is the perfect time where hip-hop was like most pure.
Yeah, definitely.
Who knows?
Music of the 90s and early 2000s is my favorite.
Exactly,
too.
Same here.
What about you? What's your favorite artist of all time?
Oh, I hate this question so much. My favorite artist of all time, I couldn't even answer that.
What about in like the rap hip-hop genre, I guess? That makes it a little bit easier.
Can I say a producer that producer that fucks with all of my favorite rappers? To like dim it down, can I say that?
Sure.
Alchemist.
Okay.
Alchemist.
I've heard that name before. That's the thing is like
the greatest producer of all time.
Producers don't get enough FaceTime. Like
I didn't say it.
I have no idea what these producers even look like. I actually went to
The Alchemist. There's my best friend Ricky right there. Say hi to Ricky.
I love you, baby.
I love you more.
Come over here.
Come here. Yeah. Let me show his face. He's so fucking cute. Come here. Get over here. Come sit right here.
Hey.
No, just introduce yourself. Come here. You gotta look at the camera though.
Hi.
This is my best friend.
I'm Carissa. Am I
Ricky.
still in frame?
Still in frame?
Okay. Nice to meet you, Ricky.
He's gonna show his titties on stage tonight.
You can do it right now.
No, not right now. Don't give it away.
Oh, okay.
It's my best friend.
You can give us a taste.
Entry level Portland artist.
Huh?
Trash. Show him the.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
we have
sure.
matching tattoos. Look.
Wait, you guys, can you talk in the mic?
My bad. We have matching tattoos. This is my best friend. Did you show her?
How long have you guys been friends for?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
12 years old.
28 now.
You make music?
No, he's
listener.
like
Consumer.
Consumer of
he's
music.
the best thing that's ever happened to me.
A consumer.
Oh, that's sweet. The best thing that's ever happened to you? Aww.
Get out of here. Go.
I
Shh.
can't wait to watch this music.
Turn.
Hey, you're in
face
the you're in the camera.
Face the camera. What?
Get out of here.
They can't hear you.
Hey,
Okay,
the camera got
thanks
the
for
craziest frame of his backside. I'm sorry, I had to do that. He was right there. That's my
He
best
didn't
friend.
even show us his titties.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to start making music?
I've always been a fan of like rap in general, music, always. I think.
Okay. We in frame?
Are we in frame? I'm sorry. I just had to ruin it with my friend. He's my best friend. I love him.
It's all good.
Inspired me. I think the feeling of just like making something that, or just the feeling that I got before I even made music, the feeling that I got when I felt the I've always been a fan of music. So when I was consuming the music, what I felt that music does that to you, and it makes you feel all sorts of different ways. I think
makes you get your feelings.
Yeah, even feelings, feel great, bad, sad, happy, whatever it is. I think just giving people that myself, you know.
Yeah.
It's like super tight. I've always been super into music. I used to even write like rock music back in the day.
Okay.
When Green Day, American Idiot came out.
Before they sold out.
Dude, before they sold
out. I
out.
want to talk about that too, selling
Oh my
out.
goodness, selling out. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but first,
Green Day.
You had
Green
said that
Day.
you love music and you like music.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot of people who don't like music. What would you do if you were like on a date with somebody and they were like, I hate music?
It's a wrap.
That's it.
You're paying for the tab and we'll never talk again, ever. Don't like
Saying,
music?
Like, there's something wrong with you if
God.
you don't like music.
I would rather her
or
just
they're lying.
play
They're
country. Like,
they're
if you-
either a liar or
I
just-
can't stand country music, and it's no shade because they're honestly so talented people. I don't know if you like country music. I'm just saying.
I do like country
You
music.
do? I,
Yeah.
I don't like it
It's
at all.
okay.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
talented people. I would rather you love something so much, like a music genre, than just not like music at all. That's like weird.
Yeah,
Like,
it
how
is
do you-
weird. I have heard somebody say that, like when I was watching an interview, and I was like, I feel like they're just saying that for.
Yeah, for
For
clout.
clickbait.
They're saying that just to
Clickbait.
stand out. Everybody loves music. That's fucking
Yeah,
bullshit.
exactly. So back to.
Bye, Ricky. Get out of here. Sorry.
Back to. You can only come back if you're gonna show your nipple. Your nipple.
You can
rings.
only come back if you show your nipples. She doesn't care.
So we were talking about selling out.
Yes.
And Green Day definitely sold out.
For
like
sure.
They started off with before
Sad
Dookie.
story.
What was the name of their first album? Do you know?
Dookie.
No, that wasn't their first one.
Wasn't
I think
Dookie?
it might have been self-titled with like a girl and drawing in a flower on the
I
cover.
came in too late.
So I really like that stuff. I really like the old stuff. I like Brain Stew, which was on I think that was on Dookie. But I love Dookie. I grew up on that. And 39 Smooth. What?
I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I'm familiar with
that's not what I was
that.
talking about. That's probably like their first mixtape that they're starting
I
to
mentioned
But
I mentioned Green Day because when I was talking about genre-wise, when they came out with
Right.
Dookie and then like American Idiot after they sold out.
yeah, it was more
It's like like
poppy,
rock
yeah.
star. I was like,
You know?
"Ah."
Yeah, I grew up listening to a lot of punk music.
Mm-hmm.
I've always listened to every type of music, but I was really, really, really into punk, like as a teenager.
Right.
I still am. And I was really big on not selling out. So any band, like No
Yeah.
Doubt sold out, Green Day sold out, like all these kind of pop punk bands.
They was
sold
getting
out.
that bag. I mean,
Blink-182. I love Carousel
I
before they
love
sold out.
Blink-182.
Before Enema of the State. But then I actually I love pop. So
do
they
you like
transitioned
Breaking
to pop.
Benjamin?
A little bit.
Kinda.
Kinda.
I'm
yeah, I like a lot
not
of
too
things.
cultured on punk, so I'm just like throwing System
A
of a
lot
Down.
of stuff that people think is punk is actually just pop punk.
Right, pop punk. Like yeah. I'm not too cultured on punk at all, so
Yeah, like the Dead
Yeah.
Kennedys, the Ramones,
Fire.
Rancid. Some people would even argue that Rancid. You probably know who they are. I don't even know.
I
Anyway,
don't.
so about selling out, I used to be very against it. Now I'm for it because they're making a living off of what they love to do.
that's what I was saying. They're getting that bag,
Exactly.
and it's like
They're able to like quit their day job and just make music. So
you can capitalize.
respect the hustle.
You can
know?
capitalize from. I mean, I don't. What is selling out though? Like what? Like how?
Kind of changing your sound to make it to like more people like it,
Right.
rather than just making it because that's what you like
Yeah,
to do.
okay.
Sort of
Yeah,
a thing.
that's a
like it's
sellout.
still
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
still like the
Yeah.
the type of music that you like, but maybe somebody comes through and is like. Your music would be much better. You would have
yeah.
many more
You mean
streams if you sounded a little
trying
bit
to
more like
please
this.
the main audience of whoever's listening to what. Totally, yeah, right. Like
That's selling out so that you can make more money.
when they go on the
But-
radio and you're like, oh my, 6 years ago you were like, and now you're just doing the same. Yeah, okay, I feel you.
Yeah, but I
understand.
don't really care anymore because I would do the same thing. I would
Hey,
sell out.
Get in that bag.
but
Come
but
on.
there's a limit though.
You have to respect
There's-
your art form enough to
Yeah.
be like, am I gonna sell out or am I gonna get that bag and still?
like put my style in there. But that's the
Exactly.
thing is like Post Malone kind of sold out a little bit and changed his sound. But now that he's super famous, he has more freedom to do
Yeah.
whatever the F he wants now
And-
because he already made it. Now he's like, he has billions of fans. So
Yeah.
now he can do whatever he wants.
It also
Just gotta
depends
get
on
past
what
that
kind
hump,
of
the selling out hump.
Also depends on like what kind of contract you're in with like selling out. Like, do you have the rights to do what you want to do with the creative side of things?
Yeah.
So it's like some artists don't. and some artists get super big, and then they're able to have the creative, control over their next album. So,
Sure.
I mean,
yeah. I have an interesting thing to talk about, actually, that I've never talked about on our show somehow because I'm really into conspiracy theories.
Oh,
but
man.
the truth.
Anarchy. I have it right here. Before this
Yeah, I'm an anarchist as well.
I got on my middle finger. I got it when I was like 19, before Portland went insane.
Yeah,
so now I just look insane.
Yeah. So what I want to talk about is the kind of evil side of Hollywood and
my
music.
goodness.
Are you up right now?
Where's my... No, I'm up at around 10 apparently.
Okay. So do you think that people have to sell their soul to become famous?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think, oh man, hit me with that crazy one. I feel
You're
like
on
they're
the
gonna,
spot.
they're about to,
They're
about
gonna
to
come
come
down on you.
fucking down on
They're
me
watching.
right now. I think that it's either one of two things. It's either yes, yeah, it's all true, everything, all true, yes, 1,000%, or
True.
it's not real at all. They're literally making us believe that type of thing to keep us in a box and keep us way down here to where that's all we think about while they
Sure.
do all sorts of other shit.
Yeah.
Hi, Jake. DeMarcus. What do you mean? Oh my God, I'm about to go on. It's okay. I'm in an interview. That's DeMarcus. He's a great singer. He's a
Hey,
great singer.
DeMarcus.
He's the greatest singer of all.
Come on the show.
Come here, DeMarcus. The greatest singer of all time.
The greatest singer of all
He
time?
is. He
What?
is.
You beat
Say-
Mariah Carey?
Say hi to the camera.
You beat Mariah Carey, for real. What do you think of the? What is your name, DeMarcus? That's your artist name,
Bye, Jake.
huh?
I love you.
Sun Link.
Sunlit. The sun is lit. I love you.
The sun is lit.
In the
I like
middle
that.
of-
So, what do you think about
you.
the? Do you think Hollywood is evil?
Oh,
Do you
God.
think you have to be?
Can't hit me with this softball question. Jake's like, I'm out.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh God.
He doesn't wanna get-
He doesn't like those kind of questions. He hates it. We've talked about it
He doesn't
before.
want to be taken out.
No. Honestly, he doesn't want to be. That's why I was like looking
I get it.
around. I was like,
That's
oh
why
my
I'm
God.
not going to really talk about my opinion, and I'm just asking the questions.
I've had
I don't
these.
know. I'm just
I've had
inquiring.
the, if
Maybe
my
I'll-
mom was here right now, she would be going in right now.
Oh, is she really into?
I mean, maybe not as much anymore,
finding
just
out the
because
truth?
things have gotten so whatever.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think there's some truth to it. I think that you can become famous without selling your soul,
yeah.
but I think there is definitely some of that going on. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
'Cause I wanna live
think,
until I'm 100,
like I
so I'm
said,
not
it's
gonna
either one or
say
two
too much.
things. Either 100% true or 1,000% false. I think
And I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm
Same.
like the middle ground. Yeah.
would I sell my soul?
Would you do it?
Shit, get that bag,
Question of the
baby.
day.
No, I'm just, I don't know. I know,
You know?
no, but you never know.
But,
Who
okay,
knows?
I just put it this way. I think of it like this. It's like if I were to be a bad person and be scandalous, I would be rich right now.
Right.
And also if I was a stripper as well, but like I'm just like I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to be straight edge, you know. So
Yeah.
it's harder to live when you're like going
Get
against
it?
the grain.
If
and,
you-
like,
if you
I'm
get
going
it-
making my own route,
Exactly.
making my own path, you know. So it's
That's
a little bit
how I
harder.
look at it. I think
Yeah.
the longer the process, the more it'll pay off. Because if tomorrow this shit turned around and I was, big and famous or whatever, I think I would take it for granted instantly. And then I'd be like, what the fuck? I think the process along the lines this last couple of years have been amazing. And I think it still keeps going, that
Yeah,
way.
for sure.
So,
Yeah, I would sell out a little bit, honestly.
I would too.
If somebody gave me a deal, but then I would go back to and like go back to my roots, and I definitely wouldn't sell my soul.
No,
I would just
wouldn't.
I would be okay with just making enough money to live comfortably and to
Yeah,
give my friends money.
I signed,
I
like-
don't need to be like Beyonce famous, I don't
I
need to sell
signed
my
a
soul. I'll be fine.
Def Jam, Interscope, holla at me because whatever.
But he doesn't want to sell his soul, so
Maybe. I don't know.
we'll see. We'll see when we get
Just
there.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Maybe.
All right. Well, how can we find you on social media?
Instagram, Twitter, Pornhub, everything. GX GXLOW_. Not Pornhub. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask about that. I was
Nah.
like, you should have said that sooner.
I know. Yeah.
We
can talk about that
Playboy
later.
magazines.
Yeah. GXLOW_. Everything. Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Cool.
Music everywhere. About to do the show right now. Are we wrapping up right now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I might have one more question.
Okay, one more question?
I actually do have one more question.
All right, that's fine. I'm going to go in there and check in with Carissa after. I wonder, she's probably like, where the fuck is G-Lo at? All right, go ahead. What's good?
She knows that I was supposed to do 5-minute interviews, but she knows how I am, and I do really long interviews.
Come on.
Okay. If you were trapped in a car with just like those, what are they called? MRE? No, whatever. The food that the Army gets, like the freeze-dried food. Anyway, you had that. You had jugs of water. But you were stuck in that car. If you got out, like something bad would happen. Which artist would you be trapped in there? You have a pen and notepad. Which artist for a month? That would suck. But which artist would you be trapped in there with?
Okay.
Like it kind of, you have to think about their personality. Like, could you handle being around this person? Like how?
Vince Staples.
Vince Staples. Okay. All
Vince
right.
Staples for sure.
Nice. Why?
I'm a fan of his music, but I'm also a fan of the way he thinks. And, he's he's sober. I won't start there. That's always a plus, but he's a smart guy. He has a lot to say. He knows what's going on.
Sure.
And I think he wouldn't steer me wrong. I think he would. He's witty as fuck too. So I think he would chop me down on anything negative or any.
Sure.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, you need somebody who's gonna stay positive.
Oh,
or
yeah.
at least make
Keep
being
me in
negative
check.
fun.
Vince Staples. If I had to be trapped in a car with another artist, probably Vince Staples.
Okay, for
maybe
me?
maybe Action Bronson. Maybe.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one.
He'd cook me up something.
I
What about
usually
you?
say Lil Yachty because I think he's
good
an
one.
amazing artist. He's creative. He's funny.
He's smart, too.
He seems like he's very chill. Like he would just be like, he would hold it down.
Yeah.
Smart. And of course, he's good looking too.
He is
so
good looking.
That
He's
helps.
hot.
That helps
He
a
is
little bit.
hot.
Like, yeah, he's hot.
He's hot.
I was talking to somebody about this last night. They were like, "You actually think he's hot?" I'm like, "Yes, indeed I do." But
spilled my beer.
I usually always say him, but I think today I'm going to say Drake because my friend Izzy, who might be here today, Izzy Baba Mello.
I don't know why I
said
didn't
that,
say him.
And it's because he always produces
amazing.
hits. Like he can do any genre and he always has a hit. Doesn't mean that his lyrics are the best. He repeats himself a lot in his lyrics.
Every
like
song
he rhymes with the
that
same
he comes
words,
out with is a
but
hit. He has a hit.
Literally always a hit.
Always
so,
a hit.
I'm gonna have to say Drake today.
I would
That's me selling out. Is
saying Drake.
saying
yeah.
Drake.
Honestly, yeah. I didn't think about that. I think I was more thinking of like off the top, like, damn.
It would be fun to hang
Well,
out
he
with,
just
yeah.
came out with a song with Alchemist Earl Sweatshirt that I was like listening to on my way here, and I was like, damn, I love these guys, man. I love them. And I've always watched his interviews. He's funny as hell. He's smart too. So
Yeah.
Vince Staples or Drake.
Yeah.
Drake, I feel like that would be a lot though.
I don't know. I feel like I would get annoyed by Drake because he'd be saying like some misogynistic shit,
Yeah,
and I'd
he
just be
would.
like,
I'd be like,
wish I
yeah,
was
bro.
not.
I feel you, bro. Even though I totally disagree, I'd
No,
be like,
I
I
think
feel
maybe
you.
I'll stick to Lil Yachty now that I
Yeah.
think about actually like spending a whole month with him.
Lil Yachty's
I'd
fun.
probably get in a fight
He's a
with
funny
him.
guy. He's funny. I watched his interview with Bobby. What's her last name?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I forgot her name. I watched the whole thing. I was eating Wingstop, sitting down eating Wingstop right after work. So weird. I was like watching it on my phone.
I haven't done either of those things. Watched a whole episode or eaten Wingstop before.
I know. I did that. I did it.
Hey, no shame. That sounds like
okay.
a fun. That sounds like a fun time.
It was a fun.
But I'm gonna let you get back to the show because I
Yes.
think you're going on soon, and you
Yes.
need to mentally prepare for it. I don't know.
Yes.
But it was so nice talking to you. This has been On the Scene with Carissa Dez here at Late Lyrics, put on by Trista with my special guest.
Hi, I'm G-Lo.
Go give him a follow. Listen to his music. He seems
Holla
like
at
a
me.
chill dude.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm cool. I'm pretty cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up? This is On the Scene with Carissa Dez, and we are here at Late Lyrics, put on by Trista at Kelly's Olympian in Portland, Oregon, and I'm here with my special guest.
LSO Lil Reno in the building.
Hey, so it's LSO, not just Lil Reno?
Yep, LSO
What's
Lil
the
Reno.
LSO?
It stands for lit shit only. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, lit shit only.
stuff
That's
only.
what I'm about, yeah.
Just about, you know what I'm saying, really manifesting, creating things that are high frequency, high vibes, high energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an energy person, so.
Yeah, me too. But I feel like so like you only listen to music and create music that's like high vibe, like not like the low 808 vibe.
I mean, I do everything. Like, I'm an artist, a true artist. I just honestly came out with LSO, you know, because I feel like I take things and I take the vibe and I'm able to change it from a high frequency to a low. So even if it's a low frequency song, I'll still have a really catchy hook that's kind of movie at some part. And then that there's some part of my music that breaks it down because I'm inspired by hip hop and R&B. So I like to mix it. So it's like you'll get some hip hop part of my songs and then you'll get some R&B where it breaks down and slows down and then you hear like the instruments kind of break down.
Yeah. What do you think about the kind of female hip hop artist takeover? Like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion,
honestly,
Doja Cat.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, honestly.
Okay.
I support women, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the women stepping up and taking over the game. Right now, it's a women's game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, they're taking over.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for it. Like, honestly, I'm an artist, you know, I'm an entrepreneur, you know, I got my own company, LSO Global. So, you know, I work with artists and kind of develop them and stuff like that too. So I thought that was dope. Honestly, it is a women's game right now and the women are taking over. So shout out to the women doing their thing.
Well, I feel like, you know, the women are winning a lot of the awards. The women are on top, yet there aren't a whole lot of women artists on the scene here in Portland and like in local scenes. I feel like there are not as many women, at least in the hip hop genre anyway. I feel like it's kind of taken like male dominated. So I've been like doing my best to kind of like help to even that out a little bit. But yeah, why do you think that is?
That there's not a lot of women
like
hip hop,
like a local scene anyway. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I've been blessed because I throw shows and stuff too. There is a lot of like hip hop, R&B talent. It's just they don't get enough exposure like on shows and stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like you find the gyms at open mics at a lot of these platforms that are new because they're still building their fan base because they're talented, but it's like a women's market out here, but it's not as supported in Portland. I think that's why. Like,
what I think a lot of it is just from my experience on the scene, is that like I've tried to interview a lot of women, and a lot of them are shy. Like they're nervous to put themselves out there, and I think that might be what it is with even performing. Like a lot of women I talk to, musicians, are like, "Oh, I'm too shy to do it." But confidence. I think it's like because it's I don't know if it's just confidence, but I just feel like it's more it's normalized for men to like be out there and to like you know do their thing, but it's like you know like not as socially acceptable for women to like be out and like loud and be themselves. So a lot of what I do is to try to normalize that and like that femme vibe, like just being myself and not really giving a fuck, you know, like guys do. So you know,
I respect that. I think honestly, when it comes down to it, like just to respect and kind of build on what you were saying, I think there's a lot of talented women, and I think really it's just like you said, it's more of a just not giving a fuck, getting out there and having that attitude and confidence. You know, to who cares if somebody's gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, portray you in a way. It's the way that you portray yourself and teach others. Like people love you how you love yourself.
Yeah, I just hope that it's the scene makes it more comfortable for women to be out here doing their thing. That's one of my biggest hopes.
Well, I'm a promoter and I'm down to book
he's
women.
He's down with women, so he's cool.
So.
Yeah, so you're a promoter. What does that mean exactly to be a promoter? That means you throw your shows, right?
Yeah. So
like I've said that. I'm like, I want to be a promoter, and people are like, oh, you want to promote shows? I'm like, no, that means to actually throw the shows. So I Google it. I'm like, what does it mean?
So a promoter finds talent, they book the venue. They book the DJ, they book the whole entire acts together. Like I support other platforms. Late Lyrics is a great platform. You know, there's a lot of platforms out here like Flow Show as well too. The Thesis. The Thesis, you know, and basically, you know, with what I'm doing and what other people are doing is just as a promoter, you're creating a platform to put people on, like you said, like for the female, more inclusive. So a more inclusive space kind of just being that change, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're talented, then we'll book you. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, you know, people like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and everything, and all of the more powerful hip hop artists are like helping to pave that way because they obviously don't give a fuck. And what is her name? Like Sexy Red?
Yeah, her too.
They're like a little, for me, they're like way out there. So I think, and so was Madonna. Like Madonna was just like, she was pushing boundaries. So it's like, if we can push those boundaries, then we can make a way for other like women to come through.
I think a big thing too, now that you put that there too, is the push that they have, the label behind them, the team. A lot of women out here in the scene are talented, but they're still building their team. So like having a promoter, having a label, having an investor, having a videographer, having a photographer, like all those things, a manager, like those are things. So it's hard to get gigs, hard to, you know, figure your way and be confident around a male dominated or used to be dominated, you know,
in the
scene,
the vicinity with all these artists, I think too. But I mean, it wasn't like people are, you know, will say like, oh, it's 2023, like women have come so far, but it wasn't so long ago that women couldn't own property.
No,
and,
yeah,
like,
that's
do
true.
really anything outside the house, and still it's like, if women are doing the same thing that men are doing, they're like, they're sluts or they're like crazy or something. So,
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of bad stereotypes.
We're still working on it.
Like, I mean, it's there's a lot of stereotypes, and you know, shout out to, I guess, Portland being inclusive and open, you know, to that, and then how far we've come in 2023. But it used to be really bad, so it's just nice to see that. And
for
you know, I try to be positive about it, but there's a lot of people that just are closed-minded, so it's just sad. Really.
But it's crazy though. I took a Lyft, and I talked to this like 80-something-year-old guy. He lived in Portland his whole life, never moved. He grew up here, born here. He's been married to his wife for like 60-something years or whatever. And he said, and his wife is black. And he's like one of the first, what is it called? Like what is it called when like
multiracial, like
not multiracial,
couple?
but multiracial couple.
That's it.
In Portland, and I was like, oh, I bet you got a lot of flack for that. I bet like people talk shit to you because my grandma is Mexican and my grandfather's Japanese on my mom's side, and they got a lot of crap for being together. So I was like, oh, you must have like gotten a lot of pushback from people, and he was like, nope. And then I was like, oh, well, so how was it like in the queer community? And he said like people were gay. They didn't really like have pride parades. It was just like we knew who was gay and we knew who wasn't.
Right.
And that's just, so I think that Portland has been not more liberal, but just like more where people feel like they're free to do whatever they want here in Portland. And it's been like that for a long time.
So I would say my mom's from Portland and my dad's from Brooklyn. After spending like 4 years out in Brooklyn, and then spending lots of time growing up here. I'm from Vancouver, Washington. Okay. You know, my mom's white and then my dad's black. So, you know, just this area compared to other areas, I would say it's super duper inclusive, you know.
So you're half black, half white, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so I'm mixed as well. So, you know, I kind of understand, you know. And then over there in New York and stuff too, I wouldn't say it's, you know, not inclusive. It's just people are less likely to talk to different strangers, or people are more like, you know, they kind of like have their opinion about you and then keep it moving, rather than out here people might have an opinion but they'll still talk to you, like they'll still be like, you know, they're kind of open about it. They're like, oh, that's cool, you have a white mom, you know, like stuff like that, or a black dad, like they're free and open to say it here.
Do you think anything changed like after the George Floyd Black Lives Matter protests in 2020 for like the music scene, I guess, here in Portland?
Literally, the music scene blew up here, and I'm gonna say that till the end of the time.
Yeah, I kind of.
The music scene here, I might get in trouble for this, but I'm me, so
I like
I'm
making trouble.
So I'm gonna tell you like it is. The music scene here like was more dormant. Like there was talent here that was undiscovered. After the scene came here with the protesting, all the eyes like
everybody's eyes were on Portland. Yeah, that
different
makes sense.
artists.
I didn't think about it like that.
Like So Luna, he blew up. He got thousands and thousands of followers. You know what I'm saying? Live streaming.
No, I meant that's
live
why
streaming
I meant
and doing that doing that during the protests.
Hang on. Okay.
So
yeah, I actually met Soluna live streaming. So that's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
Like live streaming during the
and that's just like one of them. Like a lot of people were, you know, doing that live stream situation, and it put a lot of eyes on Portland.
Yeah.
You know.
And like I said, I was one of the people who were live streaming out there, doing journalism, like doing interviews out there.
Right.
And then once everything stopped in that realm, or it didn't stop, but like a lot of the big protests did stop, like the big street, whatever. So I was like, oh, I have this audience now. I have a platform.
Right.
I have like 11,000 followers on Facebook.
Nice.
What can I do with this? Like, where are a lot of the black and brown people at where their voices need to be heard?
Right.
In the music scene, because like most of the people who were like leading the protest and who were involved are musicians.
Right.
So it just felt natural for me. I love music. I live and breathe music already. So it was just kind of like a natural transition to like do interviews in this sense. So.
And I'll put it this way, like, there's nothing wrong with capitalizing on opportunity, and there's nothing wrong with creating a platform off of something and then using it to continue to manifest.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but I was like, my fans were like, not fans, but like my followers were like expecting me to do something. And I'm like, I have too much trauma. I don't want to be in the music or like in the protest scene anymore, at least for this moment. So they like want to see me do something. I'm like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. So I could still uplift like, black and brown voices and do something that I love to do. So
I believe things come in waves,
Sure.
And it's like what you do with those waves that like after those waves hit you, like for my life, like there was a SoundCloud wave, there was a TikTok wave, like both of those like gave me platforms. There was a Facebook wave, there was an Instagram wave. What
do you think's next?
I believe like the next wave that's coming is like the virtual reality wave, and people might not agree as much, but I really believe that they're starting to take a lot of things and putting them in the virtual reality, and it's going to become
AI type
it's going to come it's going to come to the point where virtually you can do this, virtually you can record in the studios, virtually you can do like 99% of the things and have AI like write your songs, have AI like set up this, visual, have an AI have something, projected. It's getting crazy. I've seen AI do a lot of stuff.
Do you like that aspects of things? Do you like that it's going that direction? Or
it's good. It's good and bad. One is good because it saves time. I just seen my friend, which shout out to Garrett. You know what I'm saying? My friend. He turned over like $1 million for his company. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing AI. So he's like able to like create his messages. Record his voice calls and it saves him hours and hours of time.
Yeah.
So that's good, but also it takes like the work out of like doing the stuff, and then the kind of like so you could get really lazy with it.
Somebody said something to me recently that it gets you past that like phase where you're like trying to figure out exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I definitely, that's how I see it right now with the way that things are. I like how it is right now, but I think it's going to progress to something that I don't like. But right now, I like that I can, start things off with AI. Like I can say like, oh, write me this, like write me an outline of this, whatever topic, or help me to write a letter to somebody or whatever. And then I go in there and change it up. But just like getting past that, like the hard part for me is like getting started. So it's nice to just have that like kind of blueprint.
I like that too. Like I like to utilize it like for idea boosting, like idea webs and stuff.
Sure.
I just don't want it to get to the point where AI puts everybody out of jobs, and then AI puts to the point where we're not thinking of stuff. Like it's like to the point, why go to school, why go to college when you can have the robot do it?
Yeah. Well, what has to happen is I think that we have to figure out how to like mesh together with technology and
grow with it,
use it to our advantage, because I actually wish that things would go back to just like people living on a farm, like a bunch of people living on like one space and working the farm, but I don't think it's ever going to go back to that, because like even farmers have like all this technology. So
no, I agree with that too.
Like, you know what? If you can't beat them, then just be part of it. So I'm going to be half cyborg one day.
I literally agree with that, because my whole thing is like having like that time and space and peace. Like when I was a kid, we used to go outside, like play basketball, do that. Like they play video games, stay inside, like technology, looking at their tablet. Like nobody does that anymore.
I miss not having a cell phone and just having a phone that's connected to my wall.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm outside, if I'm chilling outside, like having a picnic, you can't get a hold of me. But now it's like you have to announce that you're like on Instagram. You're like,
it was a privilege.
You don't have to, but it's like that's.
It was a privilege.
Yeah.
Like
else
I didn't
people
get
are
my
like,
shit
"Why
until
aren't you
middle
answering
school.
my
Like,
calls?"
yeah.
You know, I can't say that aspect of it. But I'm gonna change direction a little bit and ask, are you going up soon, or have you already performed?
Oh, I just performed before I came on here.
Okay,
I just wanted to make sure I get an interview because you be doing your thing. So
I don't think I've gotten an interview with you yet. So glad to talk with you. But if you were trapped in an escape room with an artist, who would it be?
you say it one more time.
In an escape room with an artist, who would it be?
Angeline.
Angeline.
If I was trapped in the escape room, I'd be trapped with Angeline. She's about to perform tonight. Angeline. She's a dope R&B, hip hop, pop singer.
Okay.
I'd be trapped with her.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, because she's a really, really good singer. She's super smart.
Yeah.
Can get out the escape room. And really attractive. That's all you need in an escape room. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
I mean, and fun to be around. Yeah. Good person. Kind heart. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, do you have anything that you want to tell your fans? They're super fans. Do you have anything to tell your fans or future fans before we head out of here?
Yeah, I would like to tell my fans and future fans, thank you so much for tapping in with LSO Loreno, LSO Global, and we're here to help you. We're here to work with you. We follow back. We show love back, and all your subscribes and follows and Facebook comments and shares. It helps because that's why we got monetized on all platforms. So just keep doing what you're doing. Yep. It's not about how much you buy. It's about just your support, and keep coming to the shows and keep doing what you can. And I'll help how I can too. So thank you. We're going to use this platform.
What's your social media before you head out?
Okay, so my Instagram is LSO_little_Reno. And my YouTube is Lil Reno Entertainment. And then, my TikTok is also LSO_little_Reno. And so I'm super big on there too. If you guys want to tap in with me, I appreciate y'all. And then,
thank you so much. This has been On the Scene with Carissa Des. We are here at Kelly's Olympian for Late Lyrics. It's like they have artists, and it's an open mic as well, which is really cool for newer artists in Portland. And we are here with my special guest, again,
LSO Lil Reno.
What's up?
And can I say one more shout out before I go too?
Yeah,
so the last shout out I would like to say too is to the artists and the fans out there who want to start their clothing brand, who want to start their entrepreneurship. Tap in with LSO Lil Reno. I can help you build websites, help you with your entrepreneurship. Tap in. I do management and all that good stuff, promotion. Thank you so much.
All right. Hi, this is On the Scene with Carissa Des, and I'm here with my special guest,
Elijah Warden.
And we're here at Late Lyrics at Kelly's Olympian. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So obviously you know my name. Been making music about 2 to 3 years professionally now. Dropped one mixtape and just about to drop a bunch of singles.
Okay.
Trying to get my name out there.
Yeah. So do you think that there's some benefits to putting out singles rather than a whole album?
Yeah, I can definitely speak from experience because I dropped a whole mixtape thinking people would listen to it, and I was wrong. Even with a little single run, you gotta just keep building and keep pushing and keep dropping until you just gotta keep building when you're a smaller artist.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. And not everybody, maybe it doesn't work for everybody, but I think putting out a single, really boosting that single, putting out a music video, putting out clips for that is the best way to do it. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, especially when you
get excited get your audience excited for each song, because especially if you're a new artist, like nobody knows your name, you're just starting out, somebody's not gonna listen to your whole album. So I mean, maybe some people will, maybe like your mom will or something. Not just you, I'm just saying artists in general. So yeah.
Yeah, especially with the singles though, you can experiment more and try out new things, I feel like.
Yeah. If you could perform anywhere, where would you perform? Like literally anywhere.
Honestly, I know this probably will never happen, but I'm gonna try to.
If you say that, then whoa.
I'm gonna manifest it though. But
it will happen then.
I wanna try at least like around the Eiffel Tower. I feel like that would be so dope.
I'm pretty sure you could do it then if you believe in it enough and you work hard. See, that's the thing, is a lot of people are like, I have friends who manifest things and it never happens, and that happens to me as well. Like I'm like, oh, I'm manifesting this and I'm a great manifester, but if you have to put in the hard work though too.
Yeah.
You have to put in the footwork. So yeah. If you could perform with any artist, who would you perform with and why?
Honestly, despite all the crazy stuff that's going on, probably Kanye or Travis, just because they like to put their stuff on another level.
Yeah. What do you mean all the crazy stuff, like the sell your soul type shit?
Nah, just his recent marks, man. I can't mess with that.
You can't mess with what?
What he said.
What did he say? Wait, who? Kanye?
Yeah.
Oh, the like anti-Semitic type shit?
Yeah, that stuff's not cool, man.
Yeah. I think he just says stuff to get a rise out of people, but he's also being very offensive at the same time.
Yeah, it's probably...
But his music is so good, and like I love weird-ass people, so it's really hard for me. It's so hard for me. But, and then Travis Scott, what's the thing with him is like the Live Nation thing that happened with his show kind of thing. That's I stopped listening to his music for a while because of that, honestly.
Man, I don't have any words for that.
Yeah.
It just sucks for those people who lost their lives. It's honestly a tragedy.
Yeah.
And I just hope in the future he's more precautious about how he does things.
Yeah, yeah. I think that these huge artists, I'm not making excuses for them.
Yeah.
But I think, more money, more problems, because like the more you have going on, the harder life gets. Like I was just talking to my friend about this. I was saying that 2 minutes. Oh, it's at 2 minutes. Okay. Sorry. I was just talking with my friend about this, and I was saying that I wish I can't wait until the moment where my life isn't so hectic. Like I'm just waiting for that moment where I can just chill. But and she said that's never going to happen. And I think she's right, unfortunately, because the more I have going on, the more you have going on, the more problems that can come with it.
No.
And when you're they're two of the biggest artists in the world, and I know that, there were times where I had a lot of eyes on me for certain things, and I had so many haters. So I can only imagine being that big and having so many haters, but then also like having huge shows, and like you have to put your trust in other people like 100%. So that it makes it hard.
No, what's crazy though is sometimes the things that you're trying to get that you can't get to, a year later you get to there, you think about it and you're like, holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it surprises me where I'm like, I wish for this to happen and I got it. And sometimes it's exactly the way that I wanted it, and then other times I'm like, I came about this in the weirdest way possible, but I got what I wished for. Yeah, so anyway, thank you so much for talking with me.
Yeah, of course.
I have one more question.
What's up?
If you could go to the arcade with anybody, who would it be? Artist-wise, musician-wise, famous musician, living or dead?
Man, I feel like that's a tough one. Arcade. I want to say Vince Staples. I feel like he would have hella funny jokes.
The last guy who was just on here said the same thing. That's crazy.
I'll bet.
Or not the last guy, the first guy that I talked to. So you said because you think he'd be funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
He cracks me up.
I think I need to watch more interviews with him. Apparently he's a funny dude. But anyway, thank you so much for talking with me. This has been On the Scene with Carissa Dez and my special guest
Elijah Warden
here at Late Lyrics. And then can you shout out your socials before you go?
Yeah, of course. Super easy. You can find me everywhere. Elijah Warden. TikTok, real Elijah Warden.
Not the fake one. All right, peace. So nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? This is Carissa Dez with On the Scene here at Late Lyrics, put on by Shrista at Kelly's Olympian in Portland, Oregon. And I am here with my very special guest,
Angeline. What's
Angeline.
up?
Hey, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I love your outfit. I love the whole thing that you got going on here.
Thank you.
You're gorgeous.
We're twinning with the red lipstick.
Oh,
so.
shoot, yeah. And you just performed just now.
Yes.
You just got off stage, so you have that like post-performance glow going on.
Thank you.
Do you feel like, like what is that for you? Like, what is that feeling of like getting off stage? Is it like, are you still excited? Do you still have like a rush after you get off stage, or?
I feel relieved.
You feel relieved? Okay.
Because I get nervous and because I want to do a good job. And for me, I've been trying to implement performing live where I'm not performing over my vocals.
Sure. I love that, honestly.
So, because I've performed a lot over my vocals because, I don't know, just because it's easy, and there's a lot of tracks where I didn't ask the producer to mix a version that's for performing.
Yeah.
And so I would have to just end up performing just the tracks that I release. And so now I'm starting to ask my engineers to get me a performance track. So then I can actually perform live and people can actually hear my voice.
Yeah.
And I even invested in in-ear monitors as well.
Okay.
So then I can hear myself, because whenever I perform, I can't hear my notes. I can't hear myself. Like, it's just really hard.
Yeah.
So in-ear monitors are like a thing for a lot of people that perform. I mean, even the professionals, you'll see they have something
you see
in
like
their
Lady
ear.
Gaga with like a little headset kind of a thing
So
sometimes.
I just bought that, so then I can start actually performing live and being able to, because I feel like when you perform live, it gives more to the people, and they actually feel you a lot more, and it's just a lot.
Agree.
It's just,
well, I'm going to talk a little bit of shit right now.
Yeah.
Not on you.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But I see that too often where an artist relies too much on their like backtrack or whatever it's called, the vocals, and they don't actually perform live, and they're just lip syncing.
Yeah.
Or if they do sing, they a lot of times will just let their song play, and they won't even move their lips, and they'll just like walk around. I'm like, why do you like you can I came here to watch you perform live.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that people are kind of getting back to that, because yeah, and
it can be nerve-wracking. You just have to do it, and for me, there's a fine balance. Like, go ahead and leave the chorus on there.
Sure.
You know, but at least perform your hooks or your verses live.
Yeah.
Because that's ultimately what people want too.
Yeah, and even so I grew up listening to No Doubt. I don't know if you
I
like
love
Gwen
No Doubt,
Stefani,
yes.
but I liked them more when they were like more into their like punk or like reggae or whatever shit that Gwen was into. And sorry if you're watching this, Gwen, because I know that you're watching this, Gwen Stefani, but she was kind of shitty live.
Oh, really? Okay.
She performed very well. She had a lot of energy, and I hope that I get to see her perform, and she goes crazy like that on stage, because I think that is what really drew people into her, is like her energy on stage. But her vocals were not good, and it's probably in part because she was jumping around and like out of breath and everything. So, but she still used her real voice, even though it sounded shitty. But it was just part of the performance, you know. So
it's hard to perform live. Like, I'm a singer, but like it's also just you have to sound good, and you have to give a performance.
But as long as it's a good performance,
you want to sound good.
Of course, you want to, yeah.
And so it's like, for me, it's like, okay, I can't dance too much during this part because I know I need my breath.
Like heavy singing.
Yeah, unless you're used to it, like Beyonce, you know what I mean? And so that's the level that you need to just keep getting better and better at performing live. And it has to do with breath work, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, how does she do it? How does Beyonce do it?
I would say practice
a lot, probably.
But also, you know, not everybody's going to have it like that. You know, some people have natural talent.
Some of it is practice.
Exactly.
And she probably has a lot of stamina and a lot of supplements as well.
Exactly. Like, everybody's different. Everybody performs differently. And so you just have to accept how you are, but try to just grow in that way if you're an artist.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody told me that it's good to get 1% better each day at your craft. And I think that's true for the most part, but some days I'm like, I don't want to do shit, and I just stay in bed. But for the most part, like, add it up at the end of the week and, like, you know, 5% better or something. You know?
Yeah, and there's like a book called The Art of Not, I forgot what it's called, but it's
that's
the
my
art of
favorite
not doing
book.
shit, right?
Of not giving a fuck.
Not giving a
There
fuck.
I go.
Or not doing shit either.
Oh, is that
it just has
it's another one? Okay.
Yeah, it's another one where it's like, we're always trying to get better.
Yeah.
We're always going to the gym. We're always reading. We're always like, but the point is, like, some days you just like, don't do shit. Like, just, you know, especially not the ones that are lazy, because you're already not doing shit.
Right.
But the ones that are actually doing something every day, trying to grow every day, and it's like, when is, you accepted yourself, you know, and you're getting better, but when are you going to just not do anything for that day?
Yeah.
You know, and it does a lot for you.
It does a lot for me because I'm somebody who, I do a million things. I have a million projects. I'm always going. I have 2 kids too, so they have a lot of energy, you know, so I have to have one day a week, whether I plan it or not. my body sometimes will just tell me,
Yeah.
like, you need a day off. So I'll just literally, here's my secret, guys. I stay in bed all day. I order food and then I eat in bed and just
Yeah.
like look at memes all day.
Good. And sometimes
That's
you
how I
need
do
that.
it.
You need that. Because
Yeah.
then you get back on track and you just do a better job. You know, you need breaks.
Exactly.
sure.
Especially as a creative, because I think a big part of the creative process is having time with your thoughts, you know, like being able to have that mind space to create,
Right.
to think of the next thing that you'll be
Right.
doing. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you.
It was so nice to meet you. I'm meeting some new people today that that I haven't been able to meet yet, and which is surprising because I've been around a little bit. But
Yeah.
there's always I forget that there's always like new artists coming in. Like it's
Yeah.
not just like which I love. It's not just like what's the word? Yeah, I don't know. It's not stagnant. There's always more like new artists coming in from
Yeah.
like different genres, different directions.
A lot of people moving over here.
Exactly.
too.
Yep. And then like different like crews and like cliques and whatever
Yeah.
coming in and out of certain places. But sometimes I forget, and like my view is very narrow. But but that's why I love doing. I love working in the music scene because it's never stagnant. It's always interesting, and there's always new people to meet. So it's
Yeah,
never boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So will you give me your give us your social
Yeah.
media so we can go ahead and follow you?
So it's under my name. So my name's Angelyn. So it's ANGELYNN Peralta, PERALTA. And you'll see my music on all platforms. If you follow my Instagram, you'll see a link on my Instagram where it goes to my apparel and all my music and all my socials and everything.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. Yo, what's up? This is On the Scene with Carissa Des, and we are here at Late Lyrics, and this is my special guest.
Hello, my name's Filippo. I go by Flip. Flip the World is my artist name. That's where you can find me everywhere.
You go by
on all
Flip, you said?
platforms. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just Flip.
You do talk very loud. Get a
Oh,
little
really?
bit closer. Yeah. It's loud in here. But so you're performing here tonight. Did you already perform?
Yes, I already
Okay.
did my performance, my little set.
Great. How do you feel after your performance? Are you like excited still? You still have that rush, or are you like relieved, or what?
Yeah. Every time I perform, I love performing. So every
Mm-hmm.
time I perform, right after, it's just like feeling over the moon, super
Feeling super
excited.
happy.
Yeah.
Was it always like that, where you were excited to perform and you loved it, or the first time how was it?
You know, the first time I performed was for my like 22nd birthday actually.
Okay.
It was like literally in my backyard with just friends.
I bet that made it
and,
easier being around your friends.
Yeah, it
and
made
in
it
the
a
same
lot
spot.
easier.
Yeah.
And I was also like kind of fucked up. So
Yeah.
after that, I was like obsessed with it.
I'm gonna do this. There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just like obsessed. And first like open mic that I ever did, I was nervous as like so bad. I was like
I got the
trembling.
shakes. Yeah.
That's
me too.
yeah,
Like,
just what do you call it when you're like tripping over my words, and
Mm-hmm.
it was terrible. But little by little, I've just gotten much more comfortable just by practicing, performing. So now, like today, I just got a little bit nervous when like I was about to go up, and once I was up there, it's like okay,
having a great time.
let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, I make a little bit of music myself, and I kind of just jam. And a lot of people say that I should. A lot of my artist friends say that I should make music and perform and everything. But I'm kind of nervous because if I ever like somehow got big online, I feel like I would have to perform.
Oh, yes.
And
Oh,
I'm
yes.
so afraid to do that. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel, but I did it I went on stage as a teenager and was scared out of my mind for Battle of the Bands. But now I'm in front of the camera a lot, so I'm wondering if it'll be any different. But yeah, I'm really afraid to do that. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. But anyway,
It's
but a
tough.
lot of people say that a lot of artists I've talked to have said that the first time they do it, they're super nervous, but after that, like after the rush that you get, it becomes easier. So
It does.
we'll see what happens. It might be when I'm like 70 years old, I'll perform for the first time, but it's gonna happen. It's on my bucket list.
You know, the sooner you get to whatever you want to do, the easier it'll become.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think like also I've gotten more comfortable in my skin as I've gotten older too. So
Yeah.
I just don't give an F about things as much as I used to as a kid. Like I just
Oh,
remember
yeah.
being a teenager, like being 12, and everything was embarrassing. Literally everything. Like
Yeah,
walking in this
yeah.
building would have been embarrassing, or like wearing a weird hat, embarrassing. But now I'm like, I don't care. I don't really care. But anyway, so I'll ask you a weird question. Do you believe in aliens?
You know, I do. I feel like the thinking that in this earth, being the only place in this entire universe, being the only place that has life, makes
Yeah.
absolutely no sense, since like the universe is infinite technically. So I think like there has to be life everywhere else. Maybe it's just not shown, or
If you
haven't seen it.
Would you? Okay, if aliens asked you to perform on another planet, would you? They're like, you're
Hell
great.
yeah,
Let's go
hell
to my
yeah.
planet. You go?
Yeah.
You'd be afraid?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
All
I
right.
mean, I'd definitely
Trooper over
be
here.
like sketched out. But
But to have the opportunity is like
yeah,
once in a
it's-
lifetime type thing.
I'm trying to get exposure anywhere I can.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, get your fans anywhere. Like some people are famous, but they only have fans in like France, and they don't have really any in the
Yeah,
U.S. So, yeah, get your fans where you can. If you could perform anywhere, where would you perform? Like on the other than
Anywhere.
in space.
Well, my goal actually is to start like pop-up shows in like random, like secluded, like out there, like in the forest
Like
kind of
Renegades
shows.
or like barter fair type things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever gone to Dodge Park?
No.
It's like
Dodge Park.
Yeah,
What's that?
it's like out in like Sandy. There's like this little trail that you can go through, and it's like a 20-30 minute hike to this like beautiful spot, and it's like you have to work to get there.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna steal your
it's
idea.
absolutely gorgeous.
Are you gonna be mad if I steal your idea?
I wouldn't be
Okay.
mad, but as long as you invite me, you know, I'd be
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Throwing shows there.
I mean,
would
maybe
be
not
amazing.
there per se, but throwing shows in
Like
random
pop-up
spots
shows,
like
yeah,
that, like
yeah.
outside, where it's not something where you're going to make money doing.
yeah.
Probably, maybe you have like a little a hat for donations. People throw donations in, but I feel like that's something that would definitely, as a newer artist, get you more fans. Because
Oh,
then
yes. Oh,
people
yeah.
like post on their Instagram and be like, "Who the f is this?" Like out in the
Really, yeah.
woods, what?
Yeah.
So
And I mean,
that's-
it'd be exclusive too. Like you have to
Yeah.
make it there. So like, if you made it, then you're kind of like one of those. It's like a hype beast kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I've gone to. Sorry, mom and dad. I went to some raves when I was younger, and you know, whatever. Raves are. I feel like in Portland they're not even frowned upon as much because
Oh,
there's
no.
like raves every night in Portland,
Really?
and like
Really?
everybody goes to them. But where I'm from a smaller town, so raves were like, oh, like that's where you go and do drugs type of thing. But I don't do drugs. I just drink. But anyway, so I've gone to some raves when I was going to school in Arizona, like Phoenix area. And we wouldn't get the address until the last minute. And we would all like drive in a caravan. We'd be like, okay, we're meeting here, and then we're gonna get the location. As soon as we get to this location, drive in a caravan out into the middle of the desert, and there would be hundreds of people out there.
Oh yes. Oh,
Like people who just found out about the location. Like there
Right.
would just be like a mass text that would go out. And I went to this one called the Transformer rave, and there were 2 stages and like big DJs and shit. Like
That's awesome.
I don't know. I love that kind of stuff. I
Yeah,
love like
me too, me
Renegade,
too.
rave type stuff. But I don't even, honestly, I don't really even like raves because I get overwhelmed. But if it's something like that where it's like secluded and like nobody, or I guess people know about it, but anyway, yeah, I love that shit. Anyway,
Same.
so what do you have coming up in the near future?
So actually, I'm working on a end of the year project right now.
Okay.
Every year, I like to drop a project, kind of showcasing what I've done throughout the year. But over the last 2 years, I've made so many songs that I'm actually just doing like actual like themed albums. I feel like that's kind of rare nowadays. People just drop singles,
Yeah.
and like the art of like the album has been kind of dying. So I'm trying to bring that back right now. Over in my
Sure.
performance, I did my song called "Off the Hill," and that's kind of like the theme
Called
for this
what?
project. "Off the Hill."
Okay.
So you know the song "Kill Bill" by SZA.
Yeah.
She's like, "I might kill my ex." Well, the kind of theme is that my ex was like singing "I might kill my ex," and I'm like, I literally gave you everything. You're the reason why I'm dead, and you still want more out of me. And so I made that song.
I feel that. I feel that.
Literally, little by little, I just had a whole project that was kind of that theme.
Yeah.
And I was like slapping it together and
Okay.
making it the project for the year.
Yeah. I think the best albums come out of raw emotion like that, like putting that, you know, the emotions that you have out into the world. But then
Yeah,
also
yeah.
the Beatles had some pretty crazy hits that they put
yes.
together in like 5 minutes. So, you know, you never know
Oh, yeah.
with music. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for talking with me. It was
Thank
so
you
nice
so
to
much.
meet you. This has been On the Scene with Carissa as my special guest
Thank you for
here
having me.
at
I appreciate
Kelly's
it.
Olympian for Late Lyrics. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you so much. You too.